Hello, this is Father. Hope everybody's ready for Turkey Day. Um, I thought I would just go over a few things, uh, just some point of view stuff that I was seeing, um, and really weird because with AMC, I'm going to start with that. Uh, every time I look at it, it's got they push it up and then they sell it off, and then they collect low volume and they push it up and they sell it off, push it up, sell it off. I collected all day yesterday, so I would assume another push up. Now, this time, if they go above this up thrust here, it's probably going to be a UTAD, and UTADs go above, but then they come really hard down and further, and that's what I'm kind of seeing. Sorry for the ads, and the free version's really got the ads going. The weird thing um, is that they've kept the line kind of up. Now, to me, this top looks very distributive. Um, we had our buying climax, then we had a UTAD here that dropped down, caught a bunch of selling climax. Then we had a reaction, no strength test, just went straight to a sign of weakness. Carried around the bottom because you mostly want to see it at the top. You don't want to see these up thrusts. Went to the bottom, did an up thrust. So I don't see how it's not going to come back down. Now the question is, how far will they do it? When they do the UTAD, will they catch it around 6? Will they let it keep going? I'm not really sure. I'm almost positive that today or sometime this week they've got it planned out where they're going to bring it up for a day or two and then just drop it off the mountain. Probably not what the single person wants to hear, but thought I'd put it out there. Can almost, I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's got that really fake looking thing where Spy's been doing, like it's been following Spy and a weird thing. But here it's not really tested any previous bottom that I can see. Sorry. I guess yeah. I mean, I guess they could have tested this. So I guess it is remote, very remote. That because I mean I don't think this is a selling climax. I don't see enough volume here to say, oh, they got really hungry down at the bottom and they're going to keep bringing it up. So I don't know. I don't think this is bottomed out. I think they're going to see another Booksy cat here, and then it's going to drop. Maybe I'm too pessimistic, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. And yeah, on Spy, it's really weird because it's really not giving any signs of doing either. It's been a very flat day. It doesn't, you know. A few days ago, we on Spy, it did come back and test a previous top. Came back and tested this one, which is usually a sign that it's going to go up. can see it came back and tested this. Now, here's the weird thing, because the pattern's so bizarre, they could really go either way. I know it's starting to go up a little bit today, but I wouldn't take anything. And I don't know if they're going to do it off news, if they're going to do it like pre-holiday, or what they're thinking. But here's the deal: if it goes above, we'll just say 404, then it's going to go as high as 418, 431 as just a continuation on this current uptrend. May not stay, may come back down and do a really large pattern, but that would be what the near term would be. Okay, but now if it drops below, we'll just say 370, it drops off. I mean, it drops off. To catch up with it, its line is 218. It's a monstrous drop, right? You have to go all the way back to the previous low for even a place to catch, right? Let's see, do year to date, maybe make this make sense. Okay, no, year to date it's further back than that. Okay, there it is. Okay, so what we're looking at here is like this being a catch bottom, but just for it to catch up with its current trend, should it did that. So, because it does have a trend bottom where it seems to stay true to. Something like this. So let's say it drops, and you're still looking at, a relatively quick drop to 290. Now, my original thoughts were we were going to 218 because of the S&P, or the the point figure top was kind of calling for that kind of down low. I thought we had figured out, but now I'm not as certain as that. The recent one kind of calls for 404 and everything in the intermediate, probably breaking this line. If it's going to be an uptrend, it's going to have to go over this. So if it goes to 430, 440s, anything like that, then we're probably doing back into like a bullish market. And it's weird that we're just in this really odd middle thing that it could really do either way. So might not be a bad idea to get way out of the money, far out. Well, within these numbers, way out calls and puts, because you get them cheap, and it could go either way. And it likes to do it overnight, so it likes to do a lot of its bigger moves like overnight. Not all of them, but a lot of the 5% day things happen mostly overnight. So keep that in mind. Yeah, this is SPY is quite a thing right now. It's very interesting, and it seems to be in a very noticeable up channel. Even the Moxie indicator is suggesting it is, and we haven't really seen any green this entire year except this thing here. So, and the Moxie indicator it's really not. It doesn't have any red on the daily, so that's a pretty good sign that it hasn't hit any resistance yet. Doesn't mean that it won't. It's just, the way it is. Um, Recently, it looked like the sideways stuff that's usually, but not always, usually sideways action is accumulation. Doesn't mean they can't bring it down and retest this area and then take off, but it usually means it's some type of accumulation to push it up. And the one thing that I did want to make note of that, in my mind, is the distance it has to travel, right? Um, uh, and what I mean by that is like uh, the the distance to get to the top of where the point figure is suggesting we're going um, is not as high to break as it is to get down to this low to break. I mean, you have to drop a lot before you see dropping down. Doesn't mean it can't happen. It's just like we're so close to this top to break out and go up that, um, yeah, it's just pretty interesting. And it's so weird because you know, on this, it's really hard to guess which way they're going to go. It's almost like they don't know which way they want to go, the composite operator. And maybe they're waiting for some type of news to bring it one way or another. I don't know what's on the thing for that. I'm going to have to check the news Discord. But yeah, if there is something, haul it out. Uh, let me in on what's happening with the news. I'll try to keep up with it. Um, but other than that, have a good Turkey Day coming up, and I'll catch you on the flip side. By the way, if you want to come into the voice chat, I'm there all day. Clearly has been missing because of his uh, newborn child, which, we should all congratulate him on. I know, it's like, congratulations. I don't know. So I'm going to go with a really bad joke. And I can't edit it either. I'm not going to start this one over. Anyway, have a good Turkey Day. Catch you on the flip side.